flyover of the South Carolina Air National Guard Swamp Fox F-16s in honor of the medical personnel and first responders. They're flying over the Aiken Regional Hospital Center, which is directly behind us here. This is Kathy's parents. And the hospital is right, they got a fence behind, the hospital is right behind their fence, but we can't really see with the tree line there. So we're here, it's 11 o'clock. They're supposed to fly over anytime between 11:05 and 11:15. So we have a 10-minute window of spectacular display.
Babe, why don't you get to that side?
Yeah, I don't know why he's up there.
I mean, get out of the line.
That's an experimental. Can't see him, I can't hold it still. But he's flying right through where they'll be coming through. That's not good. The fighter plane right in their flight of path, but I think they'll be coming from this direction. The wind's blowing. Got a few of the neighborhood out. Wait till this car gets by, and I'll zoom in down there. The little American flags out. Waiting on the flyover. Yep. The neighbor said, come up and take a picture of their circle while we're waiting on the plane. So this is pretty nice. Their fountain. Man, do we have more coming? Are they gonna make a circle? That was anticlimactic. I thought we were going to have at least a dozen come over. 2? Maybe that's the pre-show. I know, I got the fountain. Well, that was quite a bust. But today, Monday, we have a steady stream of traffic. I mean, this traffic is more than we've had in probably the last 6 weeks. Everybody's coming out. Quite a contrast to the silence that we've had for the last month or so. So I guess everybody's feeling like the worst is over. Take you along for our morning, or almost noontime walk now. This is quite impressive. I mean, I've never seen so much traffic here. So early still, but man, it's just one right after the other. I don't know what's going on. Look at all this traffic. This is just totally crazy. Everybody's out and about now. This is April 27, and all of a sudden the dam's broke. It doesn't appear that anybody's going to stay at home anymore. I mean, this is just outrageous. I mean, one right behind the other. When we typically have no cars, no vehicles on the street, and then all of a sudden they're everywhere. Okay, downtown Aiken is busy. People are moving. Going for a walk in Hitchcock Woods. About 4.5 miles. Yep. Okay. And that's it there. And we're at the entrance to Hitchcock Woods. One of the largest private foundation parks in the United States, right in our backyard. Okay. Okay. Yeah, he's a quite spirited horse. A lot of times I come along here on a walk and he starts up with his braying, I guess you could call it, wanting to get out. Yeah. Okay. Welcome to Hitchcock Woods. Well, it tells us all about no motorized vehicles, no bicycles, nothing but walking dogs, horses, and walking people. Man, it's a perfect day. A light breeze and probably, I'm guessing, mid-60s.
Yep.
Sunshine. Just a perfect day. Yeah.
Zoom in on the...
I'll get it when we walk up here. But this entrance, second entrance in the Hitchcock Woods, is exactly 1 mile from our house. So, it's a good marker. Memorial Gate. I think it's called Memorial Gate because it's put up here in memory of the donors of this park. And the big grantor, Francis R. Hitchcock. Okay. This is where we have the annual blessing of the hounds right before Easter. When is it?
No, Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. This area here where everybody walks in. And we have all the hound dogs howling. And they have foxes they turn loose. And the horse hunters take off.
I think fake foxes or fox scents.
Yeah, I think they actually turn foxes loose. They don't, they have a hunt, but they don't harm the poor old fox. There's some nice trees in here. For example, this pine tree. As a matter of fact, Hitchcock Woods has the world's largest pine tree within its boundaries, and the location is secret. because they don't want tourists coming in here and harming the environment around this big, large pine tree. But supposedly it's the largest pine tree around here in South Carolina.
Well, definitely
for the world.
US.
Well, so if it's the largest pine tree in the U.S., it's the largest in the world, I would think. But we have some really large pine trees. They say it's on, what is it, the ridge?
The ridge.
Some ridge around here, but it's not on the beaten paths. So we've looked for it, but we haven't discovered it yet. I don't know. Our search for the big pine tree continues with every walk. Treasure hunt. Quick stand. Yeah. So they do have horse events here. What's the other event they have here? And they put
Aiken horse show in
the
spring.
horse show. Yeah.
That's the only time they let, or second time they let cars in to get people back here and they tailgate and there's some horse show.
Yeah.
I've never been.
A lot of people. Well, we walked back here that one time. They had big tents, you remember?
Oh yeah.
During the event. Another big pine tree. Picnickers. What does it say on the sign there?
No horses in ring.
Yep. Yeah, last week, big windstorm blew this big oak tree down. And it blocked this road totally. You can see it.
Knock the fence down, though. They thought
No.
they did.
Well, I don't know
Looks
whether
like
they
it hit
replaced
more
part
here.
of it there.
Oh,
But see all the limbs that tore off this other oak next to it. But they just left part of it here. That was one big tree. Some birds are singing. Zoom in on some of these birds out here. Pretty bluebird. I cannot hold this camera still. Zoom this far out. Sorry about that. But you can see he's way over there. Saw him fly over and land.
Cruise around
There are
the
a few
neighborhood.
mountain laurel bushes in here. Last week they were really blooming and then they're pretty much done now. As you can see, they're scattered throughout mountain laurels. But pretty much done. Yeah, the mountain laurels have just about bloomed all they're gonna bloom. Some big pine trees in here.
Is there, huh?
No, it keeps going.
I don't see
Kind
it.
of crazy.
No, I don't see any fence on, brick under there.
You don't know what brick is, but anyway. See all kind of stuff. Yeah,
Thing is, it's really short.
so we've gone over 2.5 miles back into the woods. Well, I guess since we left home. So, right about 2 miles, because it's about a half mile to the main entrance. 1 mile to the memorial gate. So, it's been a pretty nice walk so far. The birds are noticeably silent. They're not chirping like where they were last week, going crazy everywhere, and we could hear woodpeckers all over the place. And birds whistling. I don't hear too many birds.
Bridge Mile track. And I don't know what the tea cottage is.
I don't know.
What do you think?
Let's just go straight for a little ways, eh? Yeah, you could get lost back here if you don't know where you're going. Trails going everywhere. Let's go up straight up for a ways and then start veering back to the right. Well, I think it's warmed up a little. Probably about 75 now, I'm guessing.
Oh, no.
You don't think it's that hot?
No, I think it's about 67 or 68.
Okay.
I'll look.
Well, I guess the exercising makes it feel a little warmer. What you got? 63, 66. Okay. Just perfect for walk. And focused. Yeah. It's pretty nice. And of course, I guess we'll take this one back. Oh. Gradual climb.
Well, when you wish you had a horse.
Yeah. Does make you kind of winded. My knees start to creak a little. Anyway. Man.
Must have been here.
You sure that's not a big, it's not a big bear now?
Oh,
Horses! Yeah, I don't know what you can tell. Horse hooves. They like this sand. Man, that's straight, not straight up, but it's a good incline. And the infamous pile.
yeah, here's a couple nice horse shoes.
Okay. You got some horseshoes?
But I'd get them coming this way.
Yeah, well.
Direction they're going. That's the culprit.
That was the culprit. Okay. Make you breathe heavy going up these straight up hills. Just deep sand.
Yep.
This is called Ridge Mile Track. There's a jump down here and there's two more here. Yep. Yeah. Huh. I think he senses that we're here.
I think he sees us.
Yep. Yeah. Well, we're far enough away though that get to focus in. They're scattered all about. Man, we're still on the racetrack.
Quite as big as my foot, but almost.
Yeah. It's funny, we go where they're real small to where they're real big. Hmm? Oh, going downhill. Yeah. I'd rather go uphill. Downhill's a little more painful on my knees, but
you go up, you gotta come down.
yeah, I could tuck and roll, I guess.
Yeah,
we
I'd kill you.
went up, now we're coming down. Yep. Just continually goes down now. Oh well. One last one downhill.
Now, it's got a steep incline.
Yeah.
Baby steps.
Ah. Baby steps. Okay. Whoa. And we're coming back to the horse corral where they had the horse shows up here. When we get there, we'll be gone or traveled about 3 3/4 miles. And that'll leave us about 1.5 miles to get back home. So we should be at least 5 miles, if not more, on this walk today. I don't see very much wildlife though.
No horses today.
No horses. Usually there's a whole bunch of horses. This is a Monday though, so I guess they are taking the day off, along with the birds, the coyotes, the foxes, the rabbits, whatever else we have here, squirrels and birds. We made it back to the gate, came through it. So we got 1 mile left to get back home from here. Still a nice cool breeze in here. Can't really see.
Can you get up over it?
I don't know, I can't see when I do that.
Oh.
But it is, that's part of that, what's the name of that creek?
Sand River.
Sand River, where the quicksand is. And pretty much a little canyon down there. And we're almost out.
And the worst part of the truck coming up.
Yeah, it's funny. At the end of the walk, we have uphill a good bit, which every time we go on a walk, we have to remember you have to walk back too. And every time we go out in the kayaks or anything like that, it's so fun going, and you just want to keep going. But man, most of the time the wind's blowing against you, the current's against you, or like on a walk, it's uphill most of the way back, and you wish you hadn't walked so far to start off with. But anyway, this was a nice walk. About 5 miles total by the time we get home, but pretty easy, and a perfect day. Somebody's beating on something over there. We're almost out to the main intersection here. Okay, Lawrence and South Boundary. That's okay. Now for the long trek uphill.
But she said,
yeah, there's a lot of traffic. I think the coronavirus scare is over here. Well, still pretty active downtown, isn't it?
yep.
Can't believe this. I mean, it's one car after the other here. Our neighborhood coronavirus bear has his mask off now. And we made it back home. Stop on 1 miles. Okay. Yep. Stopping and going. Almost 14,000 steps. One more walk this afternoon and we'll get 20,000. Clean those shoes.